starting that I had to get it out of the way ASAP. That way we can get things prepared quicker. Actually, I need to start some music. I'm going to have to find or generate some more new, longer music. Hey, Fishman, how's it going? Just getting things set up. Let's see here. Where's my background? There it is. Good to hear. Oh. I think that might be good right there. All right, there we go. I think that's good. I think that's, let's begin. Let's begin. All right, all right. Ad break is over in one, and all right. I hope everything's going well for everyone. We're going to continue with our programming today. We've managed to do quite a bit since the other day, or since yesterday, I should say. Oh, we managed to do quite a lot, actually. We've figured out we figured out a bunch of silly errors that were just kind of plaguing us for silly reasons. We also ended up getting our scraper, at least starting the scraping process. If you go on into our database, you can start seeing we're able to start pulling out, for instance, the documents here. We can easily get those. We also can get the ROM collection, or start setting up the ROM collection and such. And we also have, we're designing out how we're going to generate the different data structures. Right now, I'm kind of under the idea that we'll have multiple databases. Granted, that's going to be probably a lot of databases. But this is the general idea. We'll have database. It will contain the ROM information, the website data that we extracted from. It will contain the ROM hacking information, and then have extra details that we need. And since each console will have this, then we don't have to worry about potential overlap. We can use the same structures and then just change the destination. So with that in mind, what we need to do is we need to continue working on our stuff. Oh. Well, I had oil. Guy out, add oil. It's a bit slow. I might have to start going back to those old videos and cropping them up to make them a bit more streamlined, because they're a little bit lengthy. Need to get more to the point. Either way, our enum fields are all working, so we don't have to worry about that. For our base documents, we have a large chunk of it working. Yeah, we need to change this to ID, or yeah, we need to change this. Let's go ahead. Since we fixed the ID issue, we should start changing all of these. Let's see here. There was that one that was a problem. Where's the other one? I see. It's good to see some of the hoops that we needed to hop through to get things working. Okay, so doc for docs. All right, this is the IDs. Add function that fills in all fields. Oh yeah, we'll have to do that at some point. I think that might be... Yeah, that might actually be everything. All right, yeah, that might be everything. All right, so that means base docs is good. Selenium base should be... I think the Selenium base should be good as well. We have not done the login yet, though. I should probably make sure that I have something that will remind me. All right, add in login functions. Scrolling is good. URL is good. Tabless is good. All right, all right. So from here, all right, all right. I'm busy going through, looking at all of what we've done so far, trying to figure out what the next step should be. Because we have a lot of the structures done, which means that what we can start doing is start fleshing this stuff out. For instance, not just we are currently working on the GameFAQs parser scraper, but we can also start, let's see here, scrapers, services, here we go, this one. I should probably move base out of, well, we'll keep it here for now, but what we can start doing is we can add in a new one. I'm going to go ahead and, no, we'll just go ahead and make a new file. This will be ROM hacking net scraper. There we go. And then from here, we can start kind of copying a little bit of what we've already done. For instance, we'll copy up to this point. Oh, actually, we'll copy up to this point right here. And then from here, we start changing things around. So ROM, HTTPS. Oh, we already have that. So this will be romhacking.net. I don't know if it has a sitemap yet. We'll have to see if we can find one. I work on well, I'm technically working across I'm currently working on, well, I'm using a desktop, but the computer that I'm connecting to, because the streaming computer, which is over, you know, you can't see the mouse because it goes off, it hides, but this right here you see on screen, that's actually a different computer entirely. It's a Linux box. Though I did do this a lot with a Raspberry Pi. If you have a Raspberry Pi, that would work very well. Ooh, let me show you. Let me show you. So if you type in, we'll go to Raspberry Pi. There's actually a whole different types of these. This guy. I actually want to eventually switch over to using this thing. I have one. It's a 3. They're now at to Model 5. Oh my. Compute. So they're up to Raspberry Pi 5 now. But yeah, these are education boards. Yeah. These are education boards. They work fantastically. They're manufactured in the UK, so if you're in the UK, then you gotta. It's a bit easier to. It's a bit easier to get a hand of these. But yeah, these things are great, and yeah, I ended up. You can, if you wanted to, you could kind of build a system that I'm doing on one of these things. Granted, it won't be able to use some of the AI models because they don't have enough processing power, but they can do lots of other stuff. I see. Yeah. I think that I hope that some of the companies, like, because in Hong Kong, getting one of these is actually a bit pricey. It's actually cheaper to get products from China, which would be, they're like Raspberry Pi adjacent. You can get them from China for super cheap, which is what a lot of the people in research would do. Not so much on this one. If you're in the States or in the UK, though, these are pretty cheap. I wonder. Since we're currently doing a quick hop into the rabbit hole, Alibaba. Let's go to Alibaba. I spelled that wrong. Let's go to Google real quick. Let's see here, and we'll just look for Raspberry Pi. Actually, it's about the same amount for the Raspberry Pi. I'm looking actually to see if they have alternatives. Or they're just going to show me Raspberry Pis. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to show me Raspberry Pis. I expected as much, given that I typed in Raspberry Pi, but maybe if we look for micro circuit board. So micro board. Well, we're kind of getting different ones. Here's the Pro Micro Development Board. This is the development board. Oh, so this is the basic development board, okay. Layouts. Actually, you can start seeing the pricings for some. If you're not going for directly Raspberry Pi, you can start seeing that the pricing starts dropping a bit. For instance, like I'm seeing a lot of boards. The Nano is pretty cheap. I think. Wow, this I question I question this board a bit. I question the board there a bit, but nonetheless, you can pretty much, if you look at these websites, you might find something a bit cheaper. I know that a lot of the, as I said, a lot of the people in research, they would go here, and Alibaba, and there's a couple other websites. I don't exactly recall what they are right now, but these you can get relatively cheaper items there. Quality, though, you have to be curious about that. But nonetheless, what we're doing is, let's get back to this. So we have our main website. We don't know our sitemap yet. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's get to. Actually, let's load it that back up. I don't want to be flashing everybody, so I'll try and think a few steps ahead. So let's go to romhacking.net. Going to have to worry about the verification process. I wonder if there's a way to get. I need the mouse to do the clicking, so I think in order to bypass that, I'll have to move the mouse to its location and then tell the mouse to click, as opposed to just clicking the element. If we click the element, Cloudflare will most likely be flagged and tell us, no, you're not allowed to do that. Alright then. Sitemap. And they can counter the prop, so they do not have sitemap. It's not a valid module. Okay. Oh, that means we can probably define them different modules. So let's see here. We have games, we have hacks, translations, utilities, documents. All right. And what does the, if we inspect here, oh my, it's going to, let me guess, it's all about, yes it is. It is all about the, yeah, it's going to change. It's going to change on us, which is going to be very annoying. New body. Top bar, new body. So we want new body, okay. If I hide this, so in other words, if I expand this, it hides. We just get a reference to the different, so home, documents, utilities. All right, so this is what we want to do then. News body, we'll access that. Okay then, so game facts, that's our sitemap. We will get we have our connection set up. So this will be Selenium functions. So we'll define this will be get site, or this is to be technically generating a sitemap. Well, theoretically we should download the data first. So this will be download main page. In this particular case, we just simply will go to, this won't do anything. And then from here, we'll just simply go self.selenium driver, go to URL, This will be our main URL. Once we do that, we'll wait a few seconds. So we'll set it to, we'll set a variable. So we'll call this general wait. We'll say 5 seconds for now. There we go. And then from that, all right then from there, what we'll then do is we'll simply download the page. Download, oh, we need to get into Selenium driver. So download current web page. This will be the web page, and then from here, and this will be bytes. And then from that, we can then create our document. So because of the fact that this is also going to be, where are you? Here we go. So Selenium driver, Mongo connection. Did I not set that up? Let's see here. Set up typing and surfaces. All right, so we're going, I didn't, oh, we might have to get into doing that next. I kind of want to get into to doing all the extractions, because that's always kind of the most fun for me, is going in and finding out how to pull out all the data. But we really do need to set up the storage code. Currently, what we have is we're just calling web documents. So we probably should set up a service around web page. So the idea behind the service is that all I have to do is call said service, and then it will establish the connections. Hey, Code Bomb, how's it going? So, oh, I see that it didn't load. Okay, let me get that fixed. 1 second. Why is this not loaded? It probably needs to be refreshed. Refreshing. There we go. Okay. Hey, Code Bomb, how's it going? But yeah, the whole purpose behind the service is that we can call that, and then it will be responsible for setting up all the connections, for interfacing with the database, so that we don't really have to kind of, generate all of these things. In fact, I could even set it up so that, one thing also is maybe set up a cache system. I guess we'll worry about that later. For now, what we need to do is we need to, all right, let's just copy and paste this right now. I need to, all right. Doing good, Code Bomb. Doing well. I am busy enjoying the lack of rain right now. This morning it was thundering and raining. The weather was ludicrous. Let me hop over and I can show you. If you go to a website called Hong Kong Observatory, this is pretty much the weather system in Hong Kong. Yes, I'm not a robot. We need to set up the system so that we stop getting this. And I think, all right, I think that might be all the bikes. Nope. I think that's all the bikes. It was not all the bikes. Okay, well, here you go, Hong Kong Observatory. If you go here, you can kind of get a glimpse at what the weather is going to be. Oh, the typhoon signal is gone. All right. We had a typhoon signal number 1 earlier today. You can see typhoon. Hey, is that you, Fishfin? Ranga Shari? Is that be you? But yeah. This is the rain, so yeah, we were having a typhoon. You can kind of see up here the weather. It claims that there's going to be, it's 30, almost 32 Celsius. Man, that's hot. And there's a lot of rain. Yep, it's you. All right. Uh, oh, you have multiple accounts. Ooh, fun. But yeah. So, who? Rangashari. Hmm. I'm wondering if it's multiple accounts or if it's either way. It will come. It'll become more clear as we move along. For now, rain is going to knock out my internet if it rains again. So sorry if that happens. But either way, let's work. Let's have fun programming. That's my old name. I see. Got it. I knew it. I knew it would come to light. Okay. Oh, I'm busy thinking. Because part of me feels like I should set up a cache system. The idea behind that is so that we can kind of store what we're doing. Because if I create a document like this, well, actually, we probably can. Let's set up a temporary cache system. So let's do that. So we'll call this to save. We'll call this to save. This will be a dictionary. We'll use a string, and then it will be a document. So then this will be a web page doc. There we go. We'll make it a none because we're going to be initializing this once we start up our system. Oh, come on. Get it correct. There we go. All right. No. It's fine. People learn and code. The best code gets produced when there's interaction going on. Collaboration. It's always where I come from. Collaboration is the key to breakthrough. If you're working by yourself in a lone, dank room, you will be able to do a lot, but it won't nearly be as great as if you're collaborating and you're talking with people. So try and distract me. It might work. Okay, so let's see here. We have save. That's good. Download main page. That'll be good. And the reason why we're going to do this is because when we simply go here and it will be download, or we're going to be creating a loop, but this will be oh, the naming. I always don't like naming things. Main download loop, I guess. No, that sounds horrible. That doesn't explain anything. Oh, I know. ROM hack download. Yeah, there you go. ROM hack download. All right, so from here. Okay. So I'm busy thinking about what we need. So this is no longer Selenium functions. This is going to be, we'll call this sitemap functions for now. So yeah, this is sitemap functions. This will be the database or data parse or data scraping functions. And we'll be doing ROM hack download. So the idea here is that we will have, so we download the main page, and this will have to go into the parser section. So we have a parser. All right, so this will be the parser. So for the Selenium, all right, and then this will be, oh, in here we want another function. This will be ROM hacking net, and this will be ROM hacking net parser. Oh yeah, love coding. I love learning. And so if you try to distract me with something that will be learning, I might get distracted. And I like creating, I like coding, I like learning. Pretty much, I need to keep my brain active. I often hear a lot of people will find themselves lost in doom scrolling. And for me, after like 5 videos, I'll get extremely bored and go, okay, if this isn't going to mentally stimulate me, I'm moving on. So as such, I uninstalled Twitter, or not Twitter. I uninstalled uh, Threads, and I don't have Instagram because they don't. Yeah, they don't. And maybe it might be maybe it might be because I don't share any information, but they just don't. They're just not mentally stimulating enough. Okay, so for the parsers, we're going to have to access the web document as well. All right then. All right, we're gonna have to fix it. We're gonna have to do this. So we need to create the web page service, and then we'll call this web page service. And we'll have to simply call this once we set it up. So self dot web page service is going to equal web page service, like that. And let's go set up our service. So we have, this is the scrapers. This should be in the, we should probably put it in the core for now. So that's the ROM hacking server. So web page server should be here. Oh, we probably try and keep things in their proper formatting. Web page service. There we go. And then from here, I just need to import in the web page doc. All right, then. So for this particular case, we can simply do. Oh, we're gonna have a variety of different things. So we're gonna have a variety of different things. So we'll do create. I think we already have to create documents. We need you to be out down here. And then from here we can do create, or there you go, create doc. Put the name in here. So web page doc. So, all right. So then doc. And with that, we can, let's go grab what we were copying and pasting. All right, so we have our name, we have the type, so the data type. This will be the web page. Here should be web page enum, right? This should be our enum, correct? Web page types. Okay, we need to look. Okay, web page types enum. Let's see here, and all right. Web page types, there we go. I'm missing enum at the end. It's being used already 7 times. Oh my, all right, let's go ahead and fix that up. There we go, and then here. You mostly do type scripting. I do need to learn TypeScript at some point. Actually, I want to... It might be a bit daft of me, but I actually want to go learn assembly. I know that it sounds ludicrous, but it seems like something that would be very fun to learn. It might be like learning Latin at this point, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's insane to say want to go learn how a computer thinks. All right, so let's see here. Data type can go here. We're not adding in web page, so we don't need that, but we're going to add in the ID. So doc.id is going to equal name. Oh, actually, if I recall, create document. Here we go. This one needed name as the name. There we go. Yeah, I know. I want to learn ARM. It seems like everything is moving over to ARM. I know that because the 886-64 is so old. What I think it came out in the 70s? I know that Windows has been having an awful lot of problems with it, especially with retail state on their chips, because of the fact that the code is so old. I mean, there's so much legacy code that you end up running into issues with small. ARM just has a much smaller code base you need to work with. So I figured that learning assembly on ARM would actually be very fun. I think they are. I think emulation for x86 has gotten far enough that most computers will become ARM, and then they'll just emulate the old code. But yeah. I mean, I think actually, I think 100% of cell phones are ARM. Oh, I was so shocked about the M1. The M1, I didn't expect the M1 to be so good. I did not expect the M1 to be as good as it, and it got better when they started iterating on it. Granted, the most recent iteration isn't nearly as fantastic, but I think it's mostly been tweaks at that point, and still, it makes it look like it makes the Intel apples. It makes them look kind of like heating pads compared to what you can do with the M1 now. All right, so let's see here. So for the web service, we want to create the documents. We're also going to have it establish our connections. So let's see here. We're trying to eliminate the full amount of code that we're going to need. So let's see here. And we can put that right here. So dots create documents name, or I think the name we're just going to put in sitemap. And then from here we're going to put down actually wait, did we actually fix the create doc? We'll test it. And then this will be the web types. Web type enum, sitemap, there we go. This will output our doc. There we go. And then from that, we can then go ahead and proceed to just add in the data, and then from here we can then output this to the save documents. Well, since this is the main page, we can just save it right straight out, but when we're down here, what we're going to do is we're going to have everything, once we do the same thing, which will be this will most likely go into a loop, but once we do this, this will be a, or this will be a web page. This will be the name of the ROM hack. So ROM hack name. We'll call this ROM hack doc. Let's see here. Oh, actually thinking about it, I think that's one element that we did not add in yet. So we'll add that in a second. We'll call this LLOT for now. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't see as many scraper projects. Usually when I see people doing projects, it's making games or making those types of things. I don't often see scraper projects. All right, so here we are. Let's go ahead and minimize that. So what we're technically going to be trying to download is this page here. This is our web page. We should probably start gathering information about what our different items are. So and we're going to, oh, top bar. Ooh. All right. Let's start writing some of this stuff down. Let's see here. I need a notepad. Well, actually, let's actually check it out in this one real quick, because I don't know. Let's see here if I can bypass the verifications problem first. So romhacking.net, verifying. Oh, okay, let's hide DevTools for a second. There we go, verified. See, I am human. Come on. Okay, I think it might be because I forgot to connect the user agent. Okay, yeah, it's not liking it because I don't have the user agent set up. Let's add in the user agent, and let's also go add in our cookies. Let's see here. Where are you? Selenium base. All right, all the way up. There's our browser user agent. Now we need to add this in, particularly when we do this. So we create driver setup, and then we go to driver setup. Chrome. Okay, user agent. I think, if I recall, it needs to be an options. So was it a WebDriver Chrome options? To Selenium. To the Selenium. Yeah, let's go to the Selenium documentation real quick. Let's see here. Selenium Chrome user agent. Okay, then. Yeah, here it is, options. So we can import options. But I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think Chrome has its own option. Yeah, we need to import its options. So let's see here. There's fake user. Oh, I wonder. We'll have to probably look into that. We'll probably have to look. For now, we're getting the options. Let's grab options. I'm very curious about this fake user agent because it looks like they. The reason why I'm curious is because it looks like it is already a setup to generate the various different types of user agents that one would want to use. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It has the ability to randomize, which looks quite useful. Maybe I should check out this fake user agent real quick. All right, let's check this out. How about, what are you? Here you are. April 2025. It has not been verified, but it looks pretty fine. So from fake user agent, import user agent, and then we can then just simply call random, Chrome, Google. Oh wow, they have a whole laundry list of them. They just kind of set up a whole data structure for you. And then you can get Edge and yep. Oh my, yeah, this looks pretty useful. All right, so why don't we keep this in mind? Yeah, why don't we keep that in mind and then yeah, why don't we go ahead and keep that in mind, and if we really need the randomness, we can import it in. If you look within the code that we're going to kind of snip, we defined user agent already up here. So it's already a variable. So if we need to, we can just plop it in. Okay, so Selenium WebDriver options, that's what we want. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this set up down here. There'll be a lot of switching back and forth, so don't mind me while I do this. I'm going to copy that one. I'm going to copy that one. And let's see here. This is setup driver. And this is where we really need to do it. So, yeah, so right here. So options is equal to options. I'm going to change this up here real quick. So it's Chrome options. Import. Oh, okay. As or because I will eventually import other options, because it's not just Chrome that I'm going to be building this for. I need to generalize it as we make sure I try and generalize it as much as possible, because eventually I might want to use Firefox or Safari or some other browser, not just Chrome. So we need to, where we can, let's specify as much as possible. So same, oh, I call it Chrome. Okay, I called it Chrome. Let's go fix that name. Oh, let's go finish that. Yeah, I forgot the E. Crom sounds like a Fire Emblem character. Okay then. There we go. So Chrome options. The user agent happens to be. Let's see here. Where is our? We already established the Chrome user agent right here. So browser user agent. But we will want to probably. We definitely. Yeah, let's look into that. Let's go download that, or let's install that real quick. Python packages. So we're looking for user agent. Here it is, fake user agent. There's a scrapey version too. Ooh. see, is this the same one? And the answer is yes, that's the same one. Okay then. Let's install this one. And I'm also going to install the Scrapey version. And while I'm at it, I'm going to make sure Scrapey is installed as well. Actually, I wonder if the Scrapey one already installed Scrapey for us. It does not look like it did, so let's go ahead and install Scrapey. Alright. Because you never know, we might want to use Scrapey at some point. Okay. There we go. I think that's good for packages. We're just going to go ahead and start. So let's see here. So we'll set this as a default right here. So this will be the default browser user agent. So we'll call this, let's change the name to default. Oh. Not available. There we go. Default. There we go. And then let's go ahead and import in our fake user agent. There it is, fake user agent. Oh, I think they did a from fake So from fake user agent import user agent. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, there's a user agent error. We might need that at some point. And then from here, what we can do is we'll set up a... Alright. We'll set up an instance variable. I'm thinking... Our user agent, and then from here, when we call this, if we're setting up Chrome, then we have our options. We're not going to do the default anymore. What we will do is call our user agent Chrome. Oh, hey, I think we can just put that in there. If memory serves... Oh. If memory serves... Yeah, if memory serves, we could just simply do that. Well, I mean, I would like, once the project is more further developed, then it would actually be kind of fun to put it out there. Actually, if it would be fun to try and put something out there. So we'll have to but right now it's still in its infancy stage. Plus, if this does end up picking up traction, then maybe I could actually connect with the people who are in charge of things like ROM hacking or the other hacking, because I just want to collect all the data and put it in one spot. I know there's a lot of weird politics going on within the different communities. I don't really care about that. I just want to play with the hacks. I just want to know what's available. So as long as I can just collect the data, build the list, and they're okay with that, then all right. I'm fine with that. Let's do a quick peek and make sure that that's accurate. Let's see here, user agents, they used ua.random. So I think if we just do Chrome, that should be fine. Yeah, user agent .ua, and then the last thing we need to do is we need to bring the Chrome options in. And as for the executable, we're leaving that entirely up to the driver. Yeah, we're leaving that entirely up to the driver. So there we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Done. Nice. Okay. This should help us out with our problem. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's see here. Self dot Selenium base. Let's see here. Actually, I should probably do get instance, since that's how I have it set up. So get instance, and we'll call this test no high. Oh, all right. WebDriver initialize expected. We got an unexpected argument. Chrome option. Oh, why did you get an unexpected option? Chrome options is right here. Oh, did they change it? Oh, did the WebDriver just change it? They did. It's called options now. Okay. Yeah, they call it options. All right. They did change it. Let's go ahead and fix this. There we go. And there we go. There we go. It looks like it might be working. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Because there's an awful lot of ROMs out there, or a lot of hacks out there that some people won't be aware of because they're off on their own distant website. So it'd be nice to get it all together. Okay. So we have this. We should call this so romhacking.net. Can we log in now? Inspect. What are you? Verify. Let's inspect you. Input checkbox. So it's going to be a... All right, so there's actually a lot here. Oh, there's an awful lot here. Verify you're human, but we want to click the input. Okay, so... All right, let's go ahead and start building our XPath real quick. Yeah, let's build the XPath for this. So what we're looking for is dev. Okay,